Hey guys, it is Aoife from Friday We Died Laughing, and I'm here to do a readathon TBR, which seems to be like all I'm doing lately, but there are so many great readathons on the last few weeks, I just can't help myself but become involved in them. So I'm going to be doing a readathon for the Thrillerathon, which is happening from August 20th to the 26th. It is hosted by Harriet over at Harriet Rosie, and I will leave a link to her channel and all the bits and bobs for the readathon down below. Now at first I wasn't actually going to take part in this readathon because, as you guys know, if you guys have been around my channel for a while, you know that I tend to hop genre to genre with each book that I read. I don't really read a whole bunch of the same genre at the same time or one after the other because I tend to get a little bit bored that way. I like to kind of mix things up. But this one just really kind of, I decided that there were so many books, particularly that I'd gone on NetGalley, that are thrillers and that suit really, really well for this challenge, and they're all a little bit different as well. So I hope that it will give me kind of a wide variety with the thrillers that I do read, and that I do not get bored with them, and that I really enjoy them all. There are some challenges along with this to make it easier to pick a TBR, so I'm going to tell you the books that I've picked for those challenges now. First book is to read a thriller you're most anticipating, and this book, I guess technically it's not a thriller, but it is a true crime book, and it's one that I've been really, really wanting to read, and I got a few weeks ago and been wanting to read it since it came in the post, and that's I'll Be Gone in the Dark by Michelle McNamara. This is all about the Golden State Killer who I think raped and murdered a bunch of women like years and years ago in California. And it is just about Michelle McNamara's kind of how she looked into it and how she was trying to kind of figure out who did it, and it's supposed to be really great, and I've heard really good things about it, so I'm hoping I'll be able to dig into this one, and I think it's going to be really, really good. Number 2 is to read the thriller that's been on your TBR for the longest, and for me I wasn't really sure about that one, so I've just chosen one that has been on my bookshelf for a few years, and that is Lying in Wait by Liz Nugent. I've had this about over a year now, I think, and I don't actually really buy thrillers. They're not something I buy myself because I find that thrillers are things I only read once, because I feel like once you know the story, like with thrillers, like you do really have to be thrilled and you do really have to not be expecting what's going to happen. I feel like once you've read them, like you already know, so I don't really, there are very, very, very few thrillers that I would reread, which is why I tend to just get them on NetGalley, and I review them, and I get review copies, and then I tend to pass them on to other people who read them. Then I very rarely reread. So this is one that I did actually buy though, because Liz Nugent, I had read Unravelling Oliver by Liz Nugent and I really enjoyed that, and then I went to see her speak at the, I think it was like the Dublin Cry Writing Festival last year, and I really enjoyed that, so I ended up buying this there, and I do believe this is signed actually as well, and it is, there you go, so she signed that for me too, and I did read Skin Deep by her as well, just a couple of months ago, which is her new book. So this is her second book, so I read her first and her third, so this will be her second, and when I read this it means I've read all of her books, and I really enjoyed both of them. I really, really enjoyed Skin Deep though, which was her third and latest one, so I'm really looking forward to this one. I actually have no idea what it is about. It's about a woman who has basically the perfect life, but there's one thing that will complete her life, and it becomes an obsession that leads to murder, so something about that, so that sounds interesting. The third challenge is to read the thriller you most recently added to your TBR, and for me I'm just choosing one that I was accepted for recently on NetGalley. It is called The Hunting Party by Lucy Foley. From what I know, this is about a group of people, I think maybe they all went to college together, and it's around Christmas time and they all go out, I think maybe it's a hunt or some kind of trip to the woods, and I think one thing leads to another, and I don't know whether one person dies or they all start dying, but it sounds pretty interesting, and it reminds me a little bit of Stags by M.A. Bennett, I think. That's the name of it was, which is a YA novel, which is a little bit similar, of like these rich kids going out to these woods and murder possibly happening, and I really didn't like that book, but for like other reasons bar like the main plot, but I think this sounds kind of like an adult version of that, and I think it might be better, so I'm really looking forward to reading that one. Number 4 is to read the thriller with the best cover, and I knew exactly what I wanted to choose for this one. It's another one I have off NetGalley. It is called Bad by Chloe Esposito, and if you guys see this cover, which I'll have up on the screen, it is just beautiful, and it is the Trevi Fountain in Rome, and I've been there. I was there last year, and it is so beautiful, and this photo just like takes me back to standing there. This cover takes me back to standing there and seeing it in person, and it is just as beautiful. It's more beautiful in person, and it's the most beautiful things I've ever seen, like with my own eyes, and it makes me want to go back. So yeah, I love this cover so much, and from what I know about this one, I'm not sure if this is like really a thriller, it is about it's actually the second in a trilogy, but I'm kind of hoping I'll be able to just like go into this one without having read the first book, and it's about a girl whose boyfriend or ex-boyfriend steals all her money, which is like a couple of million I think, and her Lamborghini, and she ends up having to chase him like across Rome or something, and it's like a cat and mouse kind of game, and I think it's a little bit dangerous, and that just sounds really, really good. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to reading that. I think that one's going to be excellent. 5 is to revisit a thriller book or author, and as I've said before, I don't really reread thrillers, so that wasn't going to happen for me. I'm going to revisit an author instead, and that's going to be Shari Lapina, who wrote, I think she wrote The Couple Next Door, which I read last year, and I quite enjoyed that one. So she has her new book out, which is called The Unwanted Guest, or An Unwanted Guest, and I have that on NetGalley, so I'm going to give that one a go. And from what I know about this one, it is about people who are staying in this hotel, and I think there's a storm, and they kind of get locked into this hotel, or they can't really go anywhere, and then people start showing up dead. So I think it's a little bit like, almost like, it sounds very reminiscent to like an Agatha Christie kind of book maybe. So yeah, who I actually haven't read. So yeah, it sounds interesting, and I did like Shari Lapina's last book, so hopefully I will like this one as well. So that's everything I'm hoping to read this week. To be honest, I don't know how much I'm going to get read, because I'm actually on holidays all next week, and I'm going to be away from like Sunday to Wednesday. I'm going to be in London and visiting a friend, and one of those friends recently got engaged, so I think we're going to be having some drinks and probably have a couple of good nights there. And we're actually going to go see Hamilton too, so that'll be a busy day. And there's one day we're going to Harry Potter escape room, so that should be really good as well. So I'm going to hope to try and vlog some stuff, but I don't really know, because I'm going to be around my friends and I'm going to be having fun, so I don't know how much vlogging I'll get done, if any. But that should be good. Again, I don't really know how much reading I'm going to get done there either. And then on Thursday to Sunday, I will be actually in another part of Ireland with my boyfriend for a trip away as well, so I will very likely not be vlogging that either, because like that's like our time, so I wouldn't really want to be doing that. I might vlog a little bit of like the countryside and the scenery there, because I think you guys will really like that. It's the Cliffs of Moher in Ireland, which are a very, very popular tourist spot in Ireland, so if I can vlog a little bit there and just show you the scenery, I will, but probably not much else vlogging will get done there. But yeah, we will see. Who knows? I don't know. That could all change next week, and I could put up a massive vlog. It can all change. Who knows? So yeah, please let me know what you guys are reading, if you are taking part. If you let me know what your favourite thrillers are, I would love to know. And I'll see you guys again next time.